What's up, Perichoresis? This is part 4 of the movement series Daily Dance. Hopefully these things are making sense. If you're kind of jumping in now, I would invite you to go back, watch the previous few days, because we're kind of building on this series called The Movement in these daily dances. So here's the quick thing. We're in Acts, right? The whole movement of Christianity, it starts in the book of Acts. And in Acts chapter 1, this is specifically what it says in verse 3. It says, during the 40 days after his crucifixion, he appeared to the apostles from time to time. We talked about that yesterday. And he proves to them, and this is huge, he shows up, he dies, he's resurrected, he hangs out for over a month talking and hanging out with people, and he's proving to them that he was actually alive. Let's just think about this here in 2018. Some of us are like, yes, we're on fire for God. We're like, we know Jesus is alive. We know that God shows up in our life. We hear him all the time. We see him all the time. We walk and we're in rhythm and movement with him. It's like we dance with God. That's some of us. Some of you right now, you're not sure about this whole Christianity thing. You're not sure about Jesus. Like, is he real? Is he alive? Like, does he show up in our lives? Like this thing that we call the scriptures. Like, how can we trust it, right? So some of you, you're just not quite sure. And then some of you, you're just like, I don't even know if I believe in religion or God or any of this stuff. So here's my question. Just think about it now in the space, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, like right now. At this time, Jesus knew that people doubted. And he was totally okay with the doubt. Like, he embraced the fact that there were people that weren't quite sure that Jesus was who he was saying who he was. And so he shows up in their life and he proves to them that yes, he is alive. And so if you're kind of thinking and you're debating and you're not quite sure, like, does God actually show up in my life? Does he actually care? Does he speak into my life? Does he give me guidance? When I pray, do my prayers go absolutely anywhere? Is it possible that maybe, just like them in the very first century as the movement was beginning, maybe it's possible that we need proof? What's interesting to me is Jesus doesn't balk at that. He says, yes, sometimes you may need proof. Let me prove that I'm alive. So, in 2018, wherever you are, what is it that Jesus would need to do for you to prove that he is alive? What sign, what would have to show up, right? And I'm not talking about something ridiculous and illogical and crazy, like, you know, a car, like all of a sudden taking flight and becoming a tree. Like, that's weird, right? Not something weird. But what would have to happen? What is a way that God could actually show up, just like he did here, and prove to you that he loves you, that he is alive, and that he is inviting you to dance with him and to be in rhythm and in movement with him? What would that look like? Let's think about that. And then maybe talk to God about that. And then, because I believe personally that he is the same today that he was here, that's what he proved to them, I know he will show up and prove it to you.